President calls me, says, I'm a neat guy, we're feeling good about myself. I said, whoa, this is wonderful, except the enemy's getting bigger, they're getting better, and they act like we don't matter. Best counterterrorist force in the world, and they're kind of like, don't notice these guys. So as a traditional leader, if what you're doing doesn't work, what do? Do more of it, right? So I tell the organization, press down on the accelerator, we're going to hire, we're going to just work faster, etc. And by the next summer, we're up to 18 raids a month, one every other night. We're pounding these guys, and we're still at about a 70% success rate. I'm approving every operation because they're important. We're doing it. Now we got to feel good, except the enemy's getting better. They're defeating us. So we said, the heck with it. The only thing that my comrades and I can't stand more than change is losing. So we made the decision to change how we operated. By the summer of 2006, we're now doing 300 raids a month. We're doing 10 raids every night. Where I was approving every raid, I'm now approving no raids. Everything's been pushed down. Not because I wanted to, because I wanted to win. So we changed the way we operate dramatically. And interestingly, our success percentage went up. I thought it would go down because you get faster, you got more junior people making decisions, you're going to have more mistakes. What I found was two things. First is, when people make a decision closer to the point of action, they know more and they know when to do it. Second is they own it. They feel like it's their mission. For finance people, that's 17x. It's pretty impressive, right? You get big investors with that. So what's this mean for the leader? Everyone in here is a leader. And everyone in here, in some way, has an idea or a perception of what a leader ought to do. Remember, I was the son of a soldier. My father was a soldier, career soldier. My grandfather was a career soldier. My 4 brothers were soldiers. My sister married a soldier. When I got married, I married the daughter of a career soldier. Her 3 brothers were soldiers. Her sister's the widow of a soldier. You got it, right? So I get up in the morning thinking in terms of heroic leadership. To me, a leader has to look like a leader. A leader's got to be that general on the battlefield, that leader who's got the direction, the inspiration. Tell people what to do, follow me, the rock. All of you have got that vision of CEOs who walk down hallways and they've got assistants following them. The CEOs are throwing out quick instructions and nobody can do what they're doing, but they're all brilliant and they all tie together to this wonderful strategy. Well, the military is the same idea. We want to give rapid orders and have people follow them.
I'm taking over. Precision, listen!
Sir, most of the company is spread out here. First platoon tried to end around, but they're stretched out. They're pinned down by a sniper. I believe he's in the building with a caved-in roof.
All right, I want mortars and grenade launchers on that building till it's gone. When it's gone, I want first to go straight in. Forget going around. Everybody else follow me?
Yes, sir.
Thank God.
We all kind of want to be that person, don't we? Because we were raised at it. We want to say, don't worry about what I tell you to do, just do it, and we'll make great products and we'll make a lot of money. I grew up thinking that leadership was like being a chess master. In chess, 64 squares on a board, 2 opponents, each of them have 16 chess pieces with exactly the same capability. The only difference is the skill of the strategist. I thought when I went to Iraq that I'd beat Abu Musab al-Zarqawi because I was trained to do this. And then when I get there and I find out his chess pieces are different, I'm not playing against Zarqawi, I'm playing against 16 chess pieces which are connected and can act autonomously. But it wasn't 16, it was like 16,000. And I can't beat that. I don't think anybody can. And that's where I think we are. But we all don't really want to believe that. We all think, I know it's hard, but I'm very clever, I'm willing to work weekends, I got 2 smartphones, you know, I'm really dedicated. So other people can't do it, but I probably can. So you can for a while. You can until you can't, right? It's not possible anymore. It's not that you're not as smart as your parents or grandparents. The game changed. It's not chess. And we think about what gets us somewhere. Typically, we start with our functional excellence. We're taught finance, we're taught engineering, we're taught science, and that gets us our job, that gets us in the room, that's our credibility. And then there are other skills that you may or may not have, and it just seem to be serendipitous. And then you get senior, and you're running something, and you say, well, you know, actually, those things I got in the room with, I don't do much anymore. I was trained to be very good shot with a weapon. But when I was a 4-star in Afghanistan, if I'm shooting my weapon, we got big problems. And that's the way it is with leaders in every organization. And we have all these other skills that matter so much, but we don't seem to focus on them except sort of when you got spare time on Saturday afternoon. And yet they are so critically important. So I stopped thinking of leaders like generals on the battlefield, and it didn't come easily to me. I backed into this, and I started thinking of them like this, like gardeners. Robin referred to this. And someone says a gardener doesn't look heroic. What's a gardener do? And someone says, well, a gardener grows flowers, or a gardener grows vegetables, or a gardener grows fruit. I'll tell you, I don't think a gardener grows anything. Only plants grow things because only plants can grow things. But a gardener's not unimportant. A gardener creates a space, prepares the ground, plants, waters, feeds, weeds, protects, at the appropriate time harvests. The gardener creates an ecosystem in which the plants can do that which only plants can do. And the gardener creates the opportunity not just for them to do it, but them to do it simultaneously and therefore at scale. So the gardener's not the limiting factor, the gardener becomes the enabler, and that's what I think leaders have to be now. It's not about ego, because you have to step back from the days when you're the most important person making all the decisions to now where you are an enabler and an orchestrator, where you're really allowing other people to do that which they can do. Every organization hits this. Even very nimble organizations, as they get bigger, start to get organized, and what do? They grow silos. It just comes naturally. So how do you take them on? Knock them down. I showed this in Kansas, and they almost lynched me. But the reality is that's what happens, and it happens in every organization, not because of evil people, but because that's just what happens, and you have to take it on. So this is what I think we have to do in the world today. I think we have to take an entirely different approach to what we do. I'll be honored to take any questions that you might have. Thank you. Oh, please, thanks so much. Please.